I've sat through enough community meetings in Spain to know how they really work and why the community you buy into matters. Buying into a gated community doesn't just mean a gated entrance and a pool. It means you're getting into a homeowners association, whether you like it or not. Community meetings are not casual chats by the pool. They're structured, planned, a bit boring, but whatever gets agreed there usually ends up happening. If you don't show up, you don't vote. And if you don't vote, things still get approved without you. You can send a proxy, a lawyer, an agent, always an official writing on your behalf. Voting here is where most newcomers get confused. Some votes require unanimity, some require 3/5, and some get approved automatically if nobody objects within 30 days. And if you haven't paid your community fees, you can attend, but your vote doesn't count. And you can also be publicly named and shamed. The people that usually get things approved are never the loud ones. It's people who come prepared with quotes, comparisons, and a solution instead of a complaint. And now, the part nobody likes talking about. Community presidents and why you gotta pick the right people. Some are decent, some realize very quickly that nobody's checking. I've seen presidents give themselves inflated contract, quiet kickbacks, use preferred suppliers, and a really well-known case of a president gave himself a yearly bonus of 100,000 euros. Now you can imagine, fees went up, people stopped paying, maintenance collapsed, plants died, fees went up, you get the idea. Another case. A president damages his own wooden pergola by beating metal nails into it. Instead of fixing it, he pushes through a vote for the whole community to have the pergolas replaced. He gets a brand new pergola, a kickback from the contractor, and everyone else pays the bill. It almost worked, but somebody questioned the decisions. Management companies are not in charge. They work for the community, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Developers choose management companies, sometimes out of convenience, sometimes because there's something in it for them. Look, developers are looking at return on investment, and some of these companies know exactly how to sell themselves. Glossy brochures, big promises, and real incentives to be handed a whole community. That incentive doesn't disappear. It usually ends up finding its way back through higher community fees that, you guessed it, you end up paying. I often hear, but Filip, we're stuck with them for 5 years. That's not really the case if enough owners stand together and push. And here's the part that surprises most new buyers. The fees tend to go down the first year, not up. When a project is handed over, it comes with all the bling, right? So 24-hour concierge that look great on the brochures, all the services, everything running at full speed. And part of that is presentation. And in new development, there's a lot going on. New systems that need learning, new staff, clueless neighbors, new plants growing. So there is a lot of staff required. And at that stage, you can't really change anything anyways. Before the community starts getting together and having these meetings, those contracts stay in place. And once the community starts having the meetings, somebody might ask, do we really need a concierge 24/7? Which is basically 4 to 5 people working 8-hour shifts. Or should we keep one on the weekends? Versatility beats headcount. One good handyman beats 4 concierges watching the clock. And that's why some of the community staff here earn a very good living. Side jobs, commissions, recommendations, often paid in cash on the side. Short-term rentals is usually where communities fracture. Total bans almost always backfire. Resentment grows, values drop, homes get hard to sell. Trust me, it's one of the easiest ways to burn a listing. Rentals not allowed. What actually works is enforcement. Clear rules, collaboration, and making sure people stick to them. The question I get asked a lot is, how will I know if I can rent in a community that's not even built yet? The answer lies in demographics. If you're buying in a development that has 30 units and the majority of your neighbors are Spanish, mate, I've got news for you. They probably don't care for you renting. But if most of your neighbors that are buying are Belgian, Dutch, Swedish, Americans, there's a big chance they're going to want to rent out too. Pets are allowed, but use common sense and think about animal welfare. Leaving your dog at home, letting it bark all day, letting it do its business on the terraces or in common areas, it's not just bad manners, it'll cost you. And yeah, barbecues are allowed as long as they're gas or electric. And no, you cannot paint your balcony pink. Facades, awnings, railings, they're all part of the visual decor. Nobody's buying a Mediterranean dream for it to look like a Lego experiment. Community rules matter because they decide how a place is actually run. A beautiful home in the wrong community will never feel right. And that's why where you buy isn't just about location, location, location. It's also about what you're buying into. Now, I've been editing this video and I really wanted to convey something. Every community is different. Some have been running for years and they've already hired or fired the right people. Some are brand new and people are just moving in trying to figure things out. Some are run by very good community management companies and some are pretty bad. Some are trying to get that investment, that kickback that they offered to the developer to be handed that community. They're trying to make that back without really doing much. And some are doing what they're supposed to. Now, most of my clients and a lot of people, when they actually go to these community meetings, they are told that, you know what, you're stuck with us. And that's what I'm trying to say. It's not always the case. Sometimes there are contracts, sure, but if that management company is not doing what it's supposed to, if enough owners get together, you can and you will get your points across. Now, I did point a lot on presidents, on community presidents. And yes, whilst it's very important to get the right people, hopefully people that live here, people that speak the language and people that actually care, you still have to control them and you still have to make sure that they're doing the right thing. It doesn't mean that they can do anything that they want. They still require your votes. But you matter. So you, in a community, you decide. Nobody else. You guys and the majority and the votes, that's what gets decided. Now, I wrote the full article on forumcosta.com with a bunch of stuff I forgot to say. Go check it out and you'll be more prepared for your next community meeting. Thank you so much for watching.